It is because business rule was not followed and it was violated. This is repeat violation which I am trying to bring out. What is the hurry for not following the business
Speaker,
rules?
sir.
Speaker, sir,
wait, let him
what is the
complete.
hurry in not following the business rules? This is not only 2 cases. I have got more cases like this.
Speaker, sir, Honorable Leader of Opposition is a well-educated Leader of Opposition.
Maybe.
I only want to bring to his notice that he has been aware of what is happening on LBIT for the last 3 years. And second thing, I have no ego whatsoever whether X process is followed or tumka khabar asa why process is followed. What is related to the Mapsa hospital, we have strictly gone by forming a committee. He made a suggestion that minister should not be the chairman of the committee under CBC guidelines. Immediately, Chief Minister made a statement on the floor of the House. It is the responsibility of the committee to give you answers. It is not about, and it is my duty as a minister to go through what all has happened. They have scrutinized. Even now when the High Court matter comes, Bharatiya Janata Party filed a petition against PPP which was thrown out and dismissed by the High Court. Most importantly, here, let us not try to get from LBIT to here. I have said that this is the issue and this is how it happened. There is no question of any bad doing or wrong intentions. If Honorable Leader of Opposition has any documents with respect to, last time you mentioned some Cyprus company and there is something called the Enforcement Directorate. I request you to send all the papers to that department. Let me finish first. And let him investigate. Because here my conscience is absolutely clear that I have not asked any officer to bypass any business rules. You have a Chief Secretary of the State who will not put a rubber stamp on any damn thing which is not suiting, which he finds that there is some malified or anything. And second thing, that LBIT could have been signed immediately. They were called for negotiation in spite of giving the letter. They were asked that these are the condition apprehensions raised, and when you have a PPP, when somebody is bringing some hundreds of crores of rupees to build a hospital on a barren piece of land, you have to also understand some sort of liberty. And also Gujarat, I would like to draw his attention. Let me just draw your attention to the
Minister. I don't want what happens in Gujarat.
Speaker, sir, what Honorable Leader of Opposition is saying, he has already written letters to every cabinet colleague. He has already written a letter to Chief Secretary.
Yes.
He has had a meeting with the Chief Secretary. And Chief Secretary in writing has clarified, let me finish, has clarified his doubts on each and every aspect. He has the minutes of those meetings are available, which I will request Chief Secretary to give it to me to place on the table of the House. If you had any apprehensions, you should have raised it there. If you are not happy with the Chief Secretary's decision or explanation, you should have brought it to the notice of the Chief Minister of the State, or you should have again gone back to the Chief Secretary. Let me finish. Let me finish. Chief Minister is also been very proactive in committing that anything wrongdoing will not be allowed. And there's no wrongdoing. This is unnecessarily a hype about wrongdoing. When the situation came, you went to the Chief Secretary. He has minutes of the meeting. Let those minutes be tabled on the floor of the House. And if you want to answer any more queries, please address them to the Chief Secretary, who is the head of the committee, who will give you all the answers. And you went out satisfied.
Speaker, sir, पहिली गजाल, BJPन कसलेच सेल्फी मूव करूं ना. म्हाका दिसता म्हजो कलीग Honorable Mapsa MLA filed an SLP, which they have not agreed that it is because the matter was regarding tender, they said that SLP doesn't come into picture. Anyway, that is not even. The tender has been cancelled by them. That is not telling. Secondly, is talking about Chief Secretary. I think he should talk to Chief Secretary better. The so-called minutes have been very clearly refuted by me because they came to me after 1 month where I was just pointing out irregularities in the RFP. They came to me after 1 month of the meeting and they were not exactly as what we had discussed and what was pointed out. So I wrote letter to Chief Secretary and after that I have not received any reply. No reply has come to me and I still say very clearly, business rule violation is a very serious matter. You will understand what I am saying. There are authorities with everything. When Supreme Court says, I am not talking from my end, I am reading from High Court judgment. Speaker sir, I तुमका मागीर मुद्दाम copies धाडून दिता personally. You can or I can lay it on the table of the House also. The order is very clear. It says that the minister concerned does not have any role for the finance matter. The concerned matter has to be approved by finance secretary at all. Hanga शेवटचे शब्द वापरले ते very clear. Only after state is required to process, to be processed, not giving order. सोडून दिया. Even you cannot process it. To be processed only after the concurrence of finance department and cannot be finalized merely at the level of minister in charge. Very clear. So I brought it to the notice. LBTAC Zali, I can understand, Speaker sir, it is one mistake. The concerned department did not know about it. How is the same mistake being repeated in Mapsa Hospital, 7-2? High Court judgment, not my wording. So my issue is, are there such more cases? Is the minister aware of business rule? Or if he is not, will he study the business rule and ensure that if he is not involved and someone else is involved, that he doesn't get into trouble afterwards? Because in matter of power scam, you are aware that such modifications were made afterwards and the concerned person is still fighting cases of corruption and manipulation. And Supreme Court has ruled on it. So, will he ensure that all business rules, particularly regarding finance department, is followed? And finance department does not mean finance minister. Finance department has to come from the bottom with proper analysis. Lot of ministers think that finance department is finance minister. It is not so. Speaker sir, I am asking only one question. I will close this. Will minister ensure that all his files will be as per business rules? Yes or no?
Let me, before yes or no, I'll say yes or no. But let me just clarify this point. LBTAC jenna ami patra dillo, LBIT letter was a letter of award. That's why there is a difference between a letter of award and there is a difference between a letter of intent. A letter of award creates a right, letter of intent does not create any kind. No, let me, I'm just coming to that. And dusri gosh,
he is trying to...
I am not, let me just make my, I am talking, why is he interrupting me? तुम्ही मच्छा बसा तुम्ही नाले आओ बसता तुम्ही उत्तर दिया.
Because sir, when High Court, I am asking this question. I know.
I am not allowed to answer. Then he should answer all my questions. All on
You
air.
already brought it to the notice of the House that the High Court decision is there. Now let me hear the minister concerned.
No, I am not going away from any
Please tell
responsibility.
what you want to say. I don't want to waste the time of the House.
I am just making a differentiation between what is LBIT and what is MAPSA. MAPSA, in this same house, Honorable Leader of Opposition brought to the knowledge, if I had to break any business rule, brought to my knowledge, and I know that business finance rules or business rule doesn't mean finance minister signs it and it is approved. It has to go right down from the bottom and come up to the finance minister to sign a file. I am quite aware of that. And second thing is, if Honorable Leader of the Opposition, I would like him to fix a time, along with Chief Secretary, Secretary Health, Law Secretary. Even that letter of intent of MAPSA Hospital was given with due deliberation between that committee and the consultants and even Law Secretary's opinion. There is an ambiguous bit. But once the court takes a decision, we even consulted the Supreme Court. I did not stand on any formalities. I said, take legal advice, do what is right in law. And I am committing here, making a statement in this house that I am not interested in breaking any business rule. If you want, I will again put this whole proposal after they come to a conclusion who the bidder is. Let the secretary decide, let the committee decide that High Court has given, no, I'll finish. High Court has given this mandate. High Court has not cancelled the tendering process or drawn cloud or whatever is done, no malified. They have put things in proper perspective. They have said, reassess. I don't want, like तुम्ही पहिले सांगले assembly की ते पहिली सुरू कर and let this parallelly continue. Already we are doing that. But let the committee give us the name, justification. Why this party, whether it is Radiant, whether it is Apollo, or whether it is Shalby, I have no problem. I just want that good heart care for the people of the state of Goa. In North Goa, none of us got that benefit. Why do we have to go to South Goa was my only objective. As of today also, I am shifting everything to MAPSA, but we can't run the ICU nor PICU. That's it. Let Chief Secretary take the responsibility. He will take the responsibility. He will assess. Let Finance Secretary, all the committee comprises of all the officers. If there is any mistake in the business rule, let them recommend. We will, after that, before this time issuing a letter of intent, I have given a time frame. But my time frame doesn't mean I can't intervene in that process. It is they who have to fix up because I have no role to play in that. No, he will take proper action. I know Mr. Srivastava is the person.
You don't have to figure that anybody-
But main म्हणजे किती असा की let that decision also be presented to the cabinet and then let the cabinet decide what is to be done so that we take everything with a transparent way.
Only question is,
And I agree with you that I will follow each and every business rule.
listen,
That is what I wanted. Speaker sir, I'll just point out that giving jobs also is violation of all the principles. of
तुम्ही
law.
ज्यांना गोवा कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट सोसायटी स्थापन केले ते किती आमका किती भारतीय जनता पार्टी फुलोबाग केले का आमका उडोबाग केले
Speaker sir, हांवें इतलेंच सांगला.
तुम्ही जाय ते उलयता गोवा कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट लेबर सोसायटीचे तुम्ही चेअरमन आसा
sit down, please sit down.
जाय ते उलयता तुम्ही
I
It is
want you
also
to,
illegal.
That means you agree that you have done an illegal act of keeping them all in an aisle before the
It
election.
is illegal file case.
Why should I file a case? You are expert at that. You do
behave
it.
yourself, Minister. Question, postpone start question number 2.
तुझो तू म्हणजे तो सिरियली
8B आहे.
तुझो सांग
8,
8C.
Speaker sir,
8B, no?
postpone star LAQ number 8B.
Speaker sir, answers as per cyclo sir.
माझे
On the same topic, will you please take along with,
You please sit down. You please sit down. I have called one question.
no, I have the same question,
Let me
similar
have a look.
question on the same time.
Let me have a look. Please sit down.
We could take it together, I would say. Let us take it together. Let us take it
I
together.
don't need your help. Please sit down. Please sit down. All of you, leader of the opposition, also sit down. He has called this question.
स्पीकर
I will have a
कितें
look at
पॉइंट
it.
आउट करता ते तुमकां कळून ना. डबल तोच प्रश्न जावच्या पेक्षा फुडलो प्रश्न जो म्हादेवाचो आसा पळय नेक्स्ट
this.
पोस्टपोन इज सिमिलर
He
इज
will allow me a
सिमिलर
supplementary. Don't worry.
Ah,
He
so
can
that is what
bring
he
it
is
to my
pointing.
notice. Come on.
Speaker sir, हो क्वेश्चन वेटले विचारलो आणि हो क्वेश्चन पळयता आसतना म्हाका ह्या क्वेश्चना भितर मातशी गडबड आनी मातशी भानगड दिश्टी पडटा.
मातशी
आतां स्पीकर सर तुमी हें मातशें क्लियर करचें की ह्या क्वेश्चना भितर एफ हाका जो क्वेश्चन विचारला एफ क्वेश्चन हांवें जो विचारला त्या क्वेश्चना भितर तुमकां विचारला वेदर द एग्रीमेंट इज सायन इफ सो वेन वेदर ऑल द टर्म्स ऑफ द एग्रीमेंट आर फुलफिल्ड गिव डेट ऑफ सप्लाय ईच इक्विपमेंट्स एंड प्रोवायड अंडर द एग्रीमेंट एज प्रोवायड अंडर द एग्रीमेंट ताका आन्सर जें दिल्लें आहा तुमी ते आन्सर म्हाका नो म्हूण दिल्लें आहा. दॅट मिन्स यू हॅव नॉट सायन एनी एग्रीमेंट विथ एनी कंपनी.
Speaker sir,
आतां स्पीकर सर म्हजो क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट जावन दी मागीर आन्सर दिया. क्वेश्चनूच विचारलो ना हांवें तुमकां तुमी आन्सर दिवपा उबे रावले. स्पीकर सर म्हगे क्वेश्चन तुमकां असो आहा की तुमी जी 21/4/2008 जी ऑर्डर काडली आहा जॉयंट सेक्रेटरी हेल्थ ताणें क्लियर कट 10 नंबर जो आसा 10 नंबर काडून पळयात त्या 10 नंबरां भितर म्हणलें आहा की द कंपनी शॅल एक्झिक्यूट एन एग्रीमेंट विथ द गव्हर्मेंट बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द ऑपरेशन. तुमचेंच आन्सर आसा. तुमच्या आन्सरान तुमी सांगलां की ह्या कंपनीन काम स्टार्ट करचे पयलीं गव्हर्मेंटा बरोबर एग्रीमेंट सायन करपा जाय. जाल्यार एग्रीमेंट सायन करनासतना हें वेट लॅब कशें चालू जालें?
Speaker sir, I have gone through all the details at length. I'll just give you a 2-minute brief as to why this wet lab and what is the reason.
Arey,
No,
my
I have to give it
question-
to you. Nana,
my
matche basa
question is
uleta.
one at a time,
Maka matche ulondi.
Let him reply, then you can ask.
Speaker sir, the whole reason to go with the technology that is being followed by other government hospitals and to have a top class situation in the Goa Medical College of having proper blood analysis, either that inclusive of biochemistry, hematology and immunochemistry, was to see that there were agents of Ranbaxy and other companies going into Goa Medical College and charging 5,000, 4,000 rupees to those people. That's why we asked them to the dean to float a tender And to get this equipment, not to spend government money, what is the way out? Because today people believe in going on lease concept. Wet lab was taken on lease. It was tendered once,